at Scissortail, like Barry in his live shot, he said it felt great out there. So,
no, well, because he's under a heat stroke right now. He doesn't know what's going on. His body's shutting down. It's 93, 92, 93. It's
we
still
got
hot.
Friday night football, but you know what? The sun will be going down.
Well, here's why it feels good, because there's not a whole lot of humidity. The atmosphere is still dry.
Yeah.
So it feels, it's hot, but it's not like that crazy, miserable heat.
And you know what else I saw this morning? One more thing. Everybody who has a hot air balloon,
they were out?
up because there was no wind.
No wind. High pressure overhead. It's good. Yeah.
And you know it's perfection when you see that.
Yes, yes. Sinking air with no wind and low humidity. There you go. Could you hear them? Were they close enough? Could you hear the flames blowing?
No, they weren't that close. They were at Mitch Park. I think that's where they launch, and they were just...
Northwest Edmond?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, what a great morning for that. So yesterday, we had highs in the 80s. We had 50s in the Northwest through much of the day. And it was so nice. That was yesterday, right? But man, we flipped the switch and summer came roaring back today. Said it was going to be hot today, and boy, is it. The allergy count here, the ragweed, get used to it. It's very high. And that's going to stay there until we get the cold air, which that's not showing up yet, or we get some rain in here to kind of help us out. And not a whole lot of that showing up. But we have some cooler weather ahead. We're going to get hot again, hotter tomorrow, then we'll cool it off after that. The State Fair looking good on a Friday afternoon. And this is the last Friday of the State Fair. How about that? Your weekend, and then it will come to an end after Sunday. 92 degrees in Oklahoma City, our Pike Pass Skycam network, our Mathis Brothers cam. It feels like 90 degrees. It's actually cooler than our air temperature because our humidity is so low, because our dew points are pretty low. Mid-50s. Feels pretty good out, even though it is hot. 96 in Kingfisher, but it's not a humid hot temperature, okay? It's just a temperature that's in the 90s. Could be worse. 95 in Seminole. It's not thick. It's not muggy. 94 in Chickasha. The rest of Oklahoma, lots of 90s, okay? Pretty warm. 92 in Ponca City. Woodward yesterday afternoon, you were in the upper 50s right now with clouds and drizzle. You're at 94 degrees right now in Woodward. Welcome to Oklahoma. You talk about big swings. It's a southwest wind at about 10 to 18 miles per hour. From Oklahoma City west, a little stronger on the wind there. Okay, so the heat dome, we said yesterday, it just barely went south. Well, it came back today. It'll be here tomorrow. We're going to be hot. And then as we get into Saturday night, we'll get this front to move in. And this front, not this front, but that front, that'll be the one that gets in here. That will basically cool us off a little bit Sunday and even more as we get into Monday. And next week looks good. Mainly highs in the 80s. Temperatures right now from Oklahoma South, we're back under the heat dome. And then once you get up north again, some pretty decent weather going on there. All right, so here comes the next front. Comes in tomorrow night, right? Tomorrow's still going to be hot for sure. Probably about like today. Hot, hot, hot. A little cooler on Sunday, quite a bit cooler Monday. Next week, highs in the 80s. The jet stream's off to our east. And I want to point out, Hermine, it's going to be a Cat 2, Cat 3. We'll have to see what it does here. It's going to hit Florida, either West Florida or the tip of Florida. But this will happen as we get into the end of next week. And then another front here in about 9 days. So we have fronts on the way, cooler weather off and on, and lots of days with highs mainly in the 80s, okay? All right, this evening, late this evening and overnight, a couple sprinkle showers in the north. Don't count on much. Lows tonight, upper 60s to near 70s, so really, really mild compared to where we were this morning. And then highs tomorrow, low 90s. Tomorrow's going to be hot. Tomorrow, little storm system moves in, 10% chance for a shower tomorrow at one location. Don't count on much. High Sunday with the north wind in the 80s. This evening in Oklahoma City, 80s going to the upper 70s by 9 o'clock. So a warm evening, a dry evening. And your 9-day, not bad. 92 tomorrow for the OU game. It will be hot. Slight chance for a shower. 88 on Sunday for the high. And next week, low to mid 80s. Morning lows mainly in the 50s. And a couple of fronts in there, but man, the dry weather, for the most part, it continues.